Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. So on today's video, I am going to discuss who I think is India's Jack Ma, whether or not we should be investing in his company, whether it will make us rich or whether we'll lose money by investing in this company at this juncture in time. So let me start the video by disclosing the name of the person who I think is India's Jack Ma, and I would say that this is Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani. For people who do not know who Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani is, so you might have heard of the name Naukri.com. So it was one of the earliest internet-based online classified recruitment ad company, right? So a lot of technical words there, I'll help you break it down. So essentially Naukri.com is a website that allows recruiters to scout for jobs. So you as a candidate who is looking for a job would upload his or her resume on the website and you would end up getting some recruitment opportunities. So that has been the simplest business model. It has been one of the earliest companies. And now this Naukri.com has grown into multiple other businesses. It has become a type of a VC fund and they go by the name InfoEdge right now. So if you have to go and invest in Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani's company, you would have to go and purchase the stock of InfoEdge. Should you do it? Should you not do it? That is precisely the discussion that we are going to have. And also a very quick shout out to our sponsors Hirect for this video. They are a new age recruitment solution.
They allow you to seamlessly reach out to founders and CEOs of startups to get the job.
And they have a list of curated jobs that you can check in the description box. It's absolutely free of cost. So in order to understand whether or not you should be investing in InfoEdge or not, I will divide the video in 4 parts. So first, let us quickly go through the business model of InfoEdge. Then we will take a look at the moat. Then I will discuss some of the problems, and then finally I'm going to give you my verdict whether or not I'm investing, what are the buying levels of this stock, when you should enter, or you should be selling the stock right away. So let's start with step 1 where we will take a look at what InfoEdge actually does. So if you take a look at the company, it's an 85,000 crore company, it's a huge company. The PE, the current PE is less than 10. Many of you will get fascinated that okay, the stock is trading at a very low price. Let me go and buy it. Hold on, please listen to the entire video, understand the arguments and then invest in this stock. Alright, so let me very quickly cover what currently the business does. So it runs Naukri.com, which is a website, Naukri.com, right? And almost 80% of the listings that happen on online job portal segment, it happens on Naukri.com. So great solid business from that angle. They also run 99acres.com, right? 99acres.com, which is a buying, selling, renting platform for real estate. They have 55% market share and they run something called as Shaadi.com, right? So Shaadi.com, I don't need to tell you what happens on Shaadi.com, and they own approximately 13% share on online matrimonial portal. So this is the basic business model. These are the direct brands that are run by InfoEdge. That is just one part of the equation. The second part of the equation is that InfoEdge also invests in a ton of businesses. For example, they have significant shareholding in Zomato. They have a significant shareholding in PolicyBazaar.com. Third, they go and invest in new age businesses also. I will talk about their recent acquisitions as well. But the bottom line is that if someone asks you that, hey, what is InfoEdge doing? They are building aggregator platforms and they are building a bunch of aggregator platforms. So what are aggregator platforms? For example, brides looking to get married and grooms looking to get married. They are aggregated on Shaadi.com. People looking to buy house, people looking to sell house, they are aggregated on 99acres.com. People looking for jobs and people giving jobs, they are aggregated on Naukri.com. Similarly, if you understand the type of businesses that InfoEdge is investing in, Zomato, people looking to eat food, people looking to sell food, again an aggregator platform. PolicyBazaar, people looking to buy policies, people looking to sell policies, brought on PolicyBazaar.com. So in simple one sentence, what is InfoEdge? InfoEdge is essentially or primarily an aggregator platform play. Now just a very quick side note, why did I say that Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani has a lot of parallels with Jack Ma from Alibaba? The reason is, number one, that both are early innovators. So Jack Ma brought that retail/internet innovation in China and operationalized a ton of businesses. Similarly, Mr. Sanjeev Bhikchandani did the same in India. Second, you might have heard that Jack Ma also runs something called as Ant Financials. So Ant Financials is a VC fund. So they invest in a ton of other internet related businesses. And what is InfoEdge doing now? They are also investing in a ton of internet businesses. In fact, this has become one of their core operational mandates now, that they are going to go forward and keep on investing a ton of money in different businesses. This is one of the clips that I could find from their management discussion analysis tab. One of the very important criteria for the company is that they will be going forward and scouting for bigger acquisitions as well. They are likely to acquire one company every 2 to 3 years. This is the word coming from their management. So essentially they are trying to ramp up their VC fund business. Therefore, a lot of parallels between Jack Ma and Sanjeev Bikhchandani. Now, many of you would say Jack Ma picked up by President Xi Jinping, Sanjeev Bikhchandani not, therefore your theory fails. No, so I'm not trying to do an exact comparison. I'm just simply trying to tell you the parallels from a business perspective. Alright, so from an investor perspective, it is very important for us to understand where is it that the company is making money from. So if you take a look at the product wise breakup, the company approximately makes 71% of money from literally Naukri.com, right, which is the recruitment solutions. So what they do is, and this is a chart that you can see, this is the pricing chart that I could see, that for example, if I'm a recruiter and I want to hire candidates from Naukri.com, then I will have to pay money to Naukri.com to scan resumes, right? That's it. You as a recruiter will get free access to the portal and all that stuff. So this literally becomes a recruitment solution game for InfoEdge, and they make a lot of money or most of their money through Naukri.com right now. Now this situation is likely to change. Now in the next few years, what is going to happen is that Zomato and Policybazaar recently got listed, so we don't know whether these companies will become massively profitable or not. Second thing, what is happening is that InfoEdge is acquiring companies at the speed of light. For example, this is one of their recent acquisitions, and if you take a look at management chatter, what it simply says is that they have gone and acquired Zwayam Digital Private Limited and its revenues stood at 6.46 crores. So essentially what is happening is that there is Naukri, right, Naukri.com, there is 99 acres, there is Shaadi.com, right? So some bit of revenues are coming from these three streams, but one major stream will become in the future of all the acquisitions / investments that InfoEdge has done of companies like Policybazaar, Zomato and other startups in which they are investing. So remember this point, because this is a fundamental shift in the business model. If someone asks you that, hey, you know what, okay, what is InfoEdge doing right now? You can currently say that they are building aggregator platforms. But this narrative will change in the next couple of years, because in a couple of years, InfoEdge might actually become just a pure VC fund. That's the bottom line. Recently, Zomato came out with its quarterly results announcement and their losses widened, and they are also saying that, you know what, we are going to support the Indian startup ecosystem space and we are going to go and acquire more and more companies. I don't know how they are going to do it, but bottom line is that this is happening, that lot of these big players are now going and simply acquiring more and more companies. So their main profit driver might not come from their main business, but rather the investments and acquisitions that these are undertaking. So now let us discuss the second most important aspect of this business, that is the moat. That what is the moat of this business? Now people who are old to my channel, they have been watching my channel, do tell me in the comment box what is meant by moat. It will help me understand that you're learning something out of my videos. But very quickly explaining what moat is. Moat simply means winning advantage. There are three specific areas where I see the moat of the company. The first moat of the company is the brand recall. Now what do I mean by brand recall? Brand recall simply means that, for example, if you're looking for a job, your first obvious reaction is to go to Naukri.com. It's such a simple name, such a catchy name, a name that you resonate with. If you're looking to get married, what are you going to do? You're probably going to go to Shaadi.com or Tinder. I don't know. You tell me in the comment box. But bottom line is that Shaadi.com again has a very catchy name. Similarly, if you want to go and buy properties, again, it's a very simple name, 99acres.com. So the brand recall value of the type of companies that Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani has created, it is pretty interesting, right? So there is a very high brand recall value. He was an early innovator and he's reaping a lot of rewards for his innovation from that respect. The second key moat of the company is the umbrella branding. Umbrella branding, and it essentially operates like a VC fund. Now the way VC funds operate is that they will go and invest in a bunch of different companies. InfoEdge is also doing the same. Now the primary advantage of this umbrella play is that they get a lot more options to acquire companies, because InfoEdge as a firm or as a VC fund is very big to begin with. So they get good access to opportunities, they can negotiate the deal really well, they can create a lot of synergies with the new companies that they are acquiring. For example, if they go and acquire a small SaaS-based business or a software business, they can bring it up and integrate it with 3 or 4 more businesses that they might have acquired. So this entire ecosystem becomes really profitable for them. Now, what is the third key moat of the company? I would say the financials. So the financials of the companies are not weak. If you take a look at the growth of the company has been able to generate sales and they have been able to grow profitably because the profits are net positive, but the profits and sales have been very erratic, right? For example, you can see that on a 1300 crore sales, the operating profit was minus 350 crores. Some year they are in huge plus, some year they are in negative. So it has not been a very consistent growth, so to say. But the interesting part is in the cash flow statement. So let me take you to the cash flow statement, and you can see that for the last 6-7 years, they have constantly generated positive cash flows. Their net cash flow has been positive and their net investing cash flow has been negative mostly, right? Except for 2020. What does this mean? This means that they are on a constant investment / acquisition spree. They are realizing that their core model of Naukri plus Shaadi plus 99 acres is probably not going to give them massive gains in the future. Therefore, whatever money they are making, they are investing it in terms of acquiring growth companies. For example, they invested in Zomato, they invested in PolicyBazaar.com. Why? Because they consider these type of companies to be growth companies and defining the next leg of internet companies in India. So which brings me to the section 3, that what are the problems with this particular business? The first key problem with Info Edge is that it is over dependent on Naukri right now. As we checked in the financials, that almost 70+% of the money comes from one single source, which is Naukri. And if you take a look at Naukri.com's website, you will quickly realize, okay, that this looks very basic and very, very dated type of a website, not super impressive from an 85,000 crore plus company. But that is just the UI UX design argument, but there is a more fundamental thing at play. Now, this is a snapshot that I'm posting from their management discussion analysis. Now, you can clearly see that their dependence on IT and ITES industry has been very, very big. For example, if people are looking to get software jobs or tech jobs, they go to Naukri.com and get recruited. But that is over dependence on one particular industry. They have not been able to generate mass volumes or grow in other areas per se. Why is this problematic? Because the tech is moving from a mass market play in India to a more niche play. Now you have big companies like Coinbase, you have big companies like Hirect, you have big companies like a bunch of other tech plays that are entering. They require more technically sophisticated engineers per se, and mass recruitment is not happening. I have made a separate video why we are moving towards a world where average people will find it harder and harder to get jobs. This is the simple play that mass market jobs are going away, and because of that, companies like Naukri.com are going to suffer the most, right? Now, how you can verify this? Super simple, right? That for example, if you go to private engineering colleges in India, you will see the state of recruitment now, irrespective of the economy. Now, getting placed from private engineering colleges, really bad one, it is getting harder and harder by the year. Early 2000s was a boom period for all these engineering colleges. So many engineering colleges were mushrooming up, but now even seats are not getting filled because people are not getting these mass market IT based jobs at the same rate as they used to back in the 2000s. Let me know if you agree with this analysis in the comment box. So to cut the long story short, Naukri.com is the major revenue driver for Info Edge right now, and within that segment, IT and ITES type of jobs are pushing a lot of revenues for Info Edge. This brings me to the second point, that the core business of Info Edge is unfortunately dying, right? That is my analysis, that it is truly dying. We are moving towards a world where recruitment is going to happen in a very seamless manner. Now you can go and check out Hirect also. They provide really curated jobs. You can easily go schedule a video call with the founders or leadership of a certain startup and teams and directly get a job. Similarly, LinkedIn, it is becoming easier and easier to scout jobs on LinkedIn. You might have seen that a lot of people have started using LinkedIn to scout for better opportunities. And LinkedIn is also giving a lot of push along these lines. So what is the bottom line? That this simple online classified job related model is not working out anymore. It is unfortunately a very shrinking industry. Now the third problem with the business is that its revenue stream going forward is going to be highly volatile, because if their core business is shrinking, what are they left with? They are left with the growth options that they are already investing in. They have invested in Zomato, they have invested in PolicyBazaar and bunch of different companies, which is awesome, which is great. But the problem is the revenue streams for these companies are not stable yet. They themselves are not cash rich companies, because of which if the core business for Info Edge dies down very quickly, they will really struggle to survive in the market because new money is not coming into them and their old money is dying. So these are some of the fundamental points that you should keep in mind before investing in this company. Now, as a final point, if you're looking to invest in this company, should you be doing it now? Should you not be doing it now? What is it that I am doing? Let me have that conversation with you. So honestly, at this stage, InfoEdge is not a fundamental buy for me because this is not a buy and forget type of a business which I'll be happy to hold for the next 5 years. I don't know. There is just too much volatility around the business. Yes, very well, it might go up to 3x, 4x. I don't know. But there is no fundamental reason that I see why this business will get 2x in the next 5 years per se. Unless they have acquired some great company and that company is giving them massive business. So this is not a fundamental buy at all. Is there a technical pattern forming? Can we leverage that in order to buy it? Right now, no. So right now, this is the support zone. This is the first support zone for this stock. The stock is trading somewhere around 6600 levels. The first support level will come at 6000 rupees. This is the 200-day moving average. If I have to buy this business, this is the first zone where I will actually put my money, a very little amount of money. And why will I be putting it, if at all? Simply because of the fact that the leadership of this company has been good. They have been in the internet industry for several decades now. They understand how the internet space is changing in India. So they might end up making really good acquisitions and aggregating and taking care of that ecosystem. But don't consider InfoEdge as a core business. Consider it more as a VC fund, very similar to Ant Financials now. So let me know if you would be buying or selling this stock and your thought process behind it. I would love to read some of your comments, and do let me know what other videos you would want me to make, which other stocks or topics you would like me to cover. Thank you so much, and I will see you the next time.